Because they were. But a man got up and he told a story, and it really stood out to me. He said, we were talking about masks. Now, what do we use masks for? To hide, right? What are we trying to hide? Who we really are, right? Now, you think about the masks, not just in prison here tonight. We came in with our masks, right? We all have masks. Ever since we were little, we've been designing these masks. And it's to keep you away from me until maybe I might let you in one day. But not necessarily. So we were talking about masks, and we were talking about the mask of anger and the mask of King of the Hill, the mask of religion. Maybe we have some of those masks on tonight. The mask of I don't need you. And we had this gentleman get up and speak. And he said, when I was real young, I began to carefully construct my mask. And my mask was, I'm a gangster for real. And that's what he said. And he kept using that phrase over and over and over again. He said, man, I'm a gangster for real. And he wanted to make sure that everybody in his neighborhood, anybody in his set, people from other parts of town, anybody that ran up on him, they were going to find out that he was a gangster for real. You don't mess with me. And that was the mask that he perpetrated until it fit. And he began to live his life. As a young man, he got in trouble, but he always got out of it. And so he had a jacket, had a lot of charges, but most of the things he got into, he's a very smart kid, he managed to get out, and he kept wiggling out of trouble until he was about 21 years old. And then he caught the case that he now is serving time for in Marion, Ohio. And this was a murder charge. And so he went into court, and this is his own words, he went into the court before the judge, who happened to be white, and the jury, most of whom happened to be white, and the defense attorney and the DA, and he walked into this system that we're talking about, and he didn't do the crime. Now, I know what you're thinking, yeah, right, they all say that. He really didn't do the crime from what they said. But you know what? He fit the profile. And he was at the wrong place at the wrong time, and now all of a sudden he's in the courtroom, and he wants to take off his mask. I don't want to be the gangster for real, not in here. And so he tried real hard to take it off and convince the judge and certainly the jury, I'm not the gangster for real. I did not do this crime. And you know what they decided? You convinced us. You're a gangster for real, and we got to send you away. So what do you think our story was to the young men at Carver last week when we went to see them? Right now, you are building the case against yourself by the way you're living, by how you wear your pants, by how you paint your face, how you wear your hat, how you talk, who you hang with, whether or not you strap up, whether or not you click up. See, you are building the case. You don't have to do the crime in our system. In this country, it doesn't matter if you do it. If you fit the profile, we're waiting on you. This is big business. And we're looking for young, black and brown, and poor white to fuel the system and make $4 billion of goods and services. Now that's for real. He couldn't take that mask off. So what we're trying to get these kids to do is be very, very conscious of how you live in your life. What you think about, what you talk about, who you hang out with, where you go. If you get in the car, do you know? Because you can't take it back. In Georgia, you get in the wrong car with the wrong people and something goes down. It doesn't matter if you were in the store. It doesn't matter if you had a gun. It certainly doesn't matter if you pulled the trigger. If you're in the car, you share 4 life sentences. Everybody's going away for 30 years. Because we're a tough on crime state. This is what we're trying to teach these kids. So what's the answer?